You're listening to 88.3 FM WXUT, broadcasting from Parks Tower on the University of Toledo campus.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the distinct pleasure of the management to present to you this morning's star attraction. Here he is, back after an exclusive tour exploring the funkiest depths of this great country. Won't you welcome from parts unknown, Kevin O'Korn and the live, local, and loud morning show.
Good morning, everybody. This is Kevin O'Korn. You are listening to 88.3 WXUT here on the beautiful University of Toledo campus. It is 6 a.m. on Thursday, October 10th. This is show number 3. I want to apologize for not being here last week. Had some issues come up that kept me from doing the show. And for those of you who found me today, we have moved from Tuesdays to Thursdays. This will be a permanent switch for us. We'll be broadcasting every Thursday from 6 to 8 a.m., playing some of the best local music from here in the Toledo area and all across the state of Ohio. But it is a beautiful morning out there. I was coming into the studio this morning, and it was a chilly 42 degrees, and the sun was out, or not the sun, the moon was out, the stars were shining in the sky, and it's a much different story up here right now than it is for the people down in Florida. My heart goes out to Florida. I spent 11 years down there working in television news for the Fox affiliate in Orlando, and they had a heck of a night last night. Hurricane Milton came on shore right around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock last night as a strong Category 3 hurricane with winds of about 120 miles an hour. I want to give you the latest right now from CBS News, what they're reporting this morning about the progress of Milton. Right now, again, still a Category 1 storm, and it is on its way to making itself head offshore. After making landfall in Florida with a Category 3 status, Hurricane Milton weakened to a Category 1 storm. As of the 5 a.m. update from the National Hurricane Center, the maximum sustained winds for Milton are 85 miles per hour, and it's moving off the east coast. Right now, the storm is about 10 miles northeast of Cape Canaveral. So anybody familiar with NASA and the program there, that is where our space program, really the epicenter of our space travel here. That's where the hurricane is currently. The storm picked up speed as it made its way across the peninsula overnight, moving around 18 miles an hour. They weren't expecting it to be moving offshore until much later this morning, but that's actually a good thing for the state. Get it off the mainland and into the water, and people can start rebuilding at that point. As of right now, the storm is still producing hurricane-force winds, heavy rainfall throughout east central Florida. The Hurricane Center said that Milton's center will move away from Florida to the north of the Bahamas today. It'll gradually weaken and is expected to become what they call a powerful extratropical low tonight. Milton made landfall about 8:30 Eastern time Wednesday with maximum sustains of 120 miles an hour. Under the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Index right now, with it being a hurricane or Category 1 hurricane, those winds will vary from 74 to 95 miles an hour. I was watching coverage from my old station this morning. They've been on the air for the last 24 hours straight, providing people with life-saving information and the latest on the storm. At one point yesterday afternoon, they had over 119 tornado warnings. We're familiar with getting tornado warnings up here in Northwest Ohio, being at the end of Tornado Alley. But can you imagine over the course of a day, 119 tornado warnings? I mean, that's insane. I mean, a lot of those never touched the ground, but there were over 24 touchdowns confirmed at last check, what I saw. Right now, obviously, the extent of the damage is still kind of an unknown thing at this point, just because it's been dark outside, so we really don't know the effects. I was watching a reporter last night who was in Sarasota, and they kind of got caught in a what you would call a dry slot. They were, the wall of the storm came on shore, and it wasn't raining. The wind kind of died down. They actually kind of got a little bit lucky on the front half of the storm. But the problem is you've got two sides of a storm to deal with. So they went right through Sarasota goes through the eye wall, and on the backside is where all the rain was really wrapped around. So this morning, the reporter Eric Von Aken was still in Sarasota, and where he was standing, he'd come up away from the water. He'd been down in Sarasota Bay and watched the water rise, and it got up to about 2.5 feet in the parking complex where they were sheltered through the storm. So definitely the backside of the storm hit a lot. Most of the people that were, throughout the day yesterday, I watched, the rain wrapping around. It was incredible just to see, how much rain was getting dumped on the state, and it was such a tight, compact storm. So, I mean, it just band after band after band after rain kept coming through, and strong winds. So again, my heart goes out to the people down in Florida, especially to my friends who are down there covering the storm. Hopefully we'll get some good news that, the strong storm did not cause too much damage, but again, it's too early to tell. Once the sun comes up and people start really getting a good idea of what has happened, I'm sure we'll be seeing much more of that. So today we're coming off of homecoming weekend. I had a great time out with the XUT staff at the WXUT parade entrance. I'm not saying that right. We were in the parade. Let's put it that way. And we had a great crowd out there. We probably had about 15 to 20 people from the staff walking along, blasting music, getting the crowd hyped up for the homecoming game. And later that day, got to go to the game against the Miami Redhawks and watched Toledo defeat Miami 30-20, getting revenge after that awful showing at the MAC championship, last December. So it was a good day all around. It's been absolutely gorgeous weather. I call it Chamber of Commerce weather. The Chamber of Commerce, this is what they put on their postcards with the weather. So that's what the day was like on Saturday. Coming up on 6:08, and we are going to do weather and traffic together, give you a look at what's going on here in
live, local, and loud weather and traffic together on WXUT 88.3 FM.
All right, so like I said, we're do traffic and weather together, taking a look at the roads right now. If you're heading out for the morning, heading out to work, heading off to school with your kids, heading off to class if you're here on campus. Right now, ODOT is not reporting any incidents, slowdowns, anything like that. We do have some construction in the area. Same stuff that's been going on for the last couple of weeks. So as you're heading out on the road today, should not be too bad for you. Everything's looking really good at this point. As for our weather forecast today, right now it is 42 degrees in the Toledo area, and we are expecting a high today of 64, around 64. Just a little bit of winds coming from the northeast, about 5 miles per hour this afternoon. But should be an absolutely gorgeous day for tonight, low of 43. Friday, another great sunny day, 77. But as we move towards the evening, we're going to be starting to see a chance of showers, which unfortunately looks like they may be lingering with us throughout the weekend. So look, it's like Saturday, chance of showers, high of 65. Sunday, chance of showers, high of 65. And as we move into Monday next week, again, going to see a little drop in the temperature, only a high of 55 on Monday with another chance of showers. So that is your weather and traffic together here on WXUT. We are going to get to some local music right now. This is the first song I played when we came on the air 4 weeks ago. A group that I just have fallen in love with, and would love to have them give me a call in some morning just to talk about their music. This is Lame Ass Dads with Nowhere, Ohio. You're listening to the 88.3 WXUT.
It's not a tourist destination. What those other places lack, and why I keep on coming back, is that I'd rather stay in nowhere here with you. The best place, any place, right here, nowhere, Ohio. It may not look like Mars, but where it comes in clutch, you won't read it, no reviews. You know I gotta stay right here, nowhere, Ohio, because home is anywhere that I'm with you. Cold nights make us want to draw real close. Spend the summers on the rock and roller coaster. I say I love you more, you say you love me most. I'm never leaving. Love when we go for a drive and you hold my hand. I'll try to make you laugh the best I can. Can't believe you chose me to be your man. I'm never leaving. The best place, any place, right here, nowhere, Ohio. It may not look like Mars, but when it comes in clutch, you won't read it, no reviews. You know I gotta stay right here, nowhere, Ohio, because home is anywhere that I'm with you. The best place, any place, right here, nowhere, Ohio. It may not look like Mars, but when it comes in clutch, you won't read it, no reviews. You know I gotta stay right here, nowhere, Ohio, because home is anywhere that I'm with you. The best place, any place, right here, nowhere, Ohio. It may not look like Mars, but when it comes in clutch, you won't read it, no reviews. You know I gotta stay right here, nowhere, Ohio, because
Cold eyes crying, my love for you is dying. I've caught you in your lying this time. You say you miss me and you want me to come home, but when you're around I feel alone. The seasons change and the wind has blown. Your carelessness has really shown. Build me a bridge winter. In the middle of, I said, build me a bridge, cry me a river, lay my body in the middle of winter. Build me a bridge, cry me a river, lay my body in the middle of winter. The middle of winter.
Have you ever wanted to train dogs and help them to get happy and get them into a happy family? In the Rocket Service Dogs organization, you can either foster a dog or babysit a dog in training. You don't need any experience at all. We accept all those who are willing to help train a dog. We will help you on how to train these dogs. Along with training these cute dogs, you also get to make them toys, blankets, clothes, and many more things. For more information, check out their social media page. That is Rocket Service Dogs. You're listening to WXUT 88.3, live, loud, and local with Kevin O'Korn. It is 6:18 in the morning, and our listener lines are open. So if anybody's out there this morning actually listening and would like to call in and talk, would love to hear from you. Our phone number is 419-530-4455. Once again, that's 419-530-4455. On WXUT 88.3. We are live here this morning in Toledo, Ohio. Right now it is 41 degrees and clear outside, looking for a high today of 64 degrees and no bad weather to speak of here. It should be another beautiful fall day, early fall day here in the Toledo area. And checking out on the roads again this morning with weather and traffic, we are accident free at the moment. So as you're heading out to work, school, or play, whatever you're doing today, right now looks like a great time to get out there. We're going to get back to some more music right now, and we'll be back at the bottom of the hour with more topics to talk about. But again, you're listening to 88.3 WXUT here in Toledo. I am Kevin O'Korn, and we are going to go to, let me cue up something here so we can get back to some more music. We're going to listen to a band called... Gee, me, Christmas. My brain just does not want to work here this morning. We are going to listen to a band called the Labber Brothers. They're out of the Cleveland area, and this is their song, Fire. You're listening to 88.3 WXUT, live, local, and loud.
Well, they say I only ever sing the sad songs, and they know too well these blues won't let me be. But if I try, I might be able to surprise you, like the way your loving song surprises me. Did you ever find a reason to give up your guns and leave your walls behind? I've waited long, but I never saw the season. This time of year might be my favorite one. There's a fire, and it's burning all the trouble left in me. Right now it might require just not need to take the time to see just what's come over me. I took my time and spent just might need to take the time to see just what's come over me. Oh, there's a fire, and it's burning all the trouble left in me. Right now I might require, I just might need, oh, I just might need. There's a fire, and it's burning all the trouble left in me. Oh, right now I might require, I just might need to take the time to see just what's come over me. What's come over me? Oh, yeah.
All right, that was the Labra Brothers with Fire. We're going to move on to a new artist that we've not heard on the show before. This is a band called C4 with the song called Electrified here on 88.3 WXGT, live, local, and loud.
Oh,
right, that was C4 Electrified. C4 is actually a gentleman named Corey Foreman. He's been writing music for about 18 years. He has one punk rock rap album, one hip hop album out on all platforms, as well as a handful of singles that he's putting together for his next album. All of the instruments, except for the drums, were played there by Corey Foreman. The song Electrified, he says, was written as a backing track with improvised solo on top. And he says he just plays and what he feels and loves to play. So thank you so much, Corey, for sending that in. We'll definitely, hopefully, get some more music from you coming up as the show moves forward. It is 8:28 in the morning, and you are listening to Live, Local, and Loud with Kevin O'Korn on WXUT 88.3 FM.
Get more out of the University of Toledo's College Radio.
You are now at your home away from home.
88.3 is streaming 24/7 online at WXUT.com. Keep in touch with all of your favorite shows that our station has to offer. Only at WXUT.com. 88.3 FM, Toledo's only alternative.
Crank it up and rip the knob off. You're listening to Live, Local, and Loud with Kevin O'Korn on 88.3 FM WXUT. Welcome back to Live, Local, and Loud with Kevin O'Korn here on 88.3 WXUT. It is coming up on 6:30. It's 6:29 in the morning here in Toledo. A gorgeous start to the day. Right now, currently 41 degrees. Clear skies with a high today expected to be around 64. So we are back, and I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I'm by myself here in the studio today. We've been kind of giving you updates gave you some updates earlier on Hurricane Milton. It came on shore last night around 8:30 down around Siesta Key in Florida as a strong Category 3 hurricane, and it's just about to make its way offshore on the East Coast, going through East Central Florida right now. Still a Category 1 hurricane, and we'll be looking for news updates throughout the day to see the extent of the damage across the state. I mean, it's, the summertime in Florida and hurricane season is always a tense time, especially you look at what happened. They had Hurricane Helene that just came through a little bit over a week ago. You look at all the damage that it did, not only in Florida, but I mean the devastation in North Carolina, Western North Carolina and Tennessee, and those mountainous towns and stuff where, the amount of rain just overwhelmed those areas and caused just absolute devastation. So, hurricane season, it's not like up here where we have tornadoes where you have 30 seconds to prepare and get to your basement. I mean, people know that this stuff is coming because these storms, they're relentless. They just keep coming and coming and coming, and they do not let up. So, it's an entirely different beast. We get the back end of a lot of these storms with, we'll have rain for several days afterwards if it makes its way up this way. But if you've never been through a hurricane or tropical storm down along the southern part of the United States there off the Gulf and Atlantic, or even on the West Coast in the Pacific, it's a very scary situation. In fact, what's crazy is, when I was doing television news, I started my career here in Toledo working for WNWO NBC 24, but I went for my first vacation ever in Florida and just kind of fell in love with the area. And this was the year after 3 hurricanes came back to back coming through Central Florida. And I decided, being the news person that I was, I wanted to go down and be in the heart of all of that and cover it. And it was a very interesting place to work. You hear the stories of Florida Man. We definitely had a lot of those. But, the 11 years that I was down there, we actually never had a major hurricane come on shore the entire time I was down there. We had some serious tropical storms. In fact, we had one storm that came through that dumped over 26 inches of rain on us, and it kept circling out into the ocean and back on land. It just kind of got caught in this loop. It was like we were caught in a washing machine on a constant spin cycle with the rain. and I've never seen so much rain in my life. So, again, our prayers, hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to all those people down in Florida, hoping that they were able to hunker down and be safe last night as the storm came across the state. And, let's turn to some happier stuff right now. Taking a look ahead to sports for the weekend, the Toledo Rockets, now sitting at 4-1 at the top of the MAC after their impressive win against Miami this past weekend, are heading off to Buffalo to play their second MAC game of the season. Buffalo is not a team to be messed with. I think they're at 3-2 right now. So they've been having a pretty strong season so far. So the Rockets take on Buffalo today, or Saturday. Kickoff is at noon, and we'll be talking about that next week, seeing how the Rockets do. I would like to promote some of the guys here from the station that are doing a great podcast. They started their podcast here on WXUT. The show is Ball and Beats. It's BALLN, the letter N, Beats, BEATZ. It's a sports and entertainment podcast. They did close to 100 episodes that a lot of those aired. They would air those on WXUT and on their platforms. And now they're doing a video podcast of that as part of a independent study here at the university. So they do a full 3-camera television shoot and shoot it like live, no stopping. Whatever happens. It's all, improvised, but they do a great job. They'll be picking their college football picks today, and the show should drop on their YouTube channel on Sunday. So Logan McCrory and Spencer Gallup are kind of the continuous guests that are hosts that are on the show each week, and they bring in a variety of different guys from the XUT studios that are into sports to talk about what's going on in the sports world. Also, Christian Demo, who does the Christian show right here on WXUT, comes in to talk music and entertainment, and it's a fun show to do. So if you get a chance, check them out on their YouTube channel. That's the Ball and Beats podcast. And right now it is 6:35 in the morning. We're going to get back to some music. We're going to play some songs. Actually, let's do something new. Let's find something new to listen to here. This is actually a band that comes out of Detroit. They have their influences are the band Chicago and the Blues Brothers. And so they are actually called the Transit Brothers. I don't know if you guys know, Chicago was originally called Chicago Transit Authority. They just shortened it to Chicago. But they are basically a 12-piece horn rock band from Metro Detroit. They are a tribute band. The Tribute Brothers is a unique tribute rock band playing live music and paying homage to the greatest and most widely recognized rock, funk, and blues horn sections from the 70s, 80s, and beyond. And what we're going to play for you now is a cover of a cover. Here is Soul Man from Transit Brothers.
I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. Got what I got the hard way, and I'll make it better each and every day. So, honey, don't you fret, 'cause you ain't seen, well, nothing yet.
listening to 88.3 WXUT right here in Toledo. This is live, local, and loud with Kevin O'Korn. Thanks for waking up with me this morning. It is 6:39, and we're going to do a little news story here. This is a little happier news. We've been talking about Hurricane Milton this morning, but the National Park Service has an annual Fat Bear Week competition. According to 1440news.com, a mother bear known as 128 Grazer won this year's Fat Bear Week competition, her second consecutive win. The annual popularity contest launched in 2014 and promotes conservation efforts in Alaska's Katmai National Park, home to an estimated 2,200 brown bears. Over the course of a week, public participants rank in before and after photos of roughly a dozen bears working to beef up for winter in a bracket-style competition. Think the NCAA tournament. Knock it down from 64-1. This year, the reigning champion Grazer's fat packing evolution was considered especially noteworthy given her calorie-draining care for her young cub and the recent death of another offspring. That's a little sad, but we'll brush past that. In late summer, bears enter a state known as hyperphagia, which is the appetite-suppressing hormone leptin turns off. It enables them to eat dozens of salmon daily. The bears consume the fattiest parts of the fish, gaining as much as 4 pounds per day before retreating to their den for winter. So congratulations to Grazer for winning this year's Fat Bear Week competition. Let's get back to some music here. We are going to go to another local band since we do focus on local music here. Let's get to a band called Enforcer. This is their song, Deadly Game. You're listening to 88.3 WXUT, live, local, and loud.
Product of fear, program the
are listening to WXUT 88.3 FM. This is live, local, and loud with Kevin O'Korn, and it is 6:46 in the morning, and we are going to talk about UT's club football. Do you want to scratch that competitive itch you have for football here at U Toledo? We want to introduce you to the number 5 ranked team in the NFCA, the University of Toledo's football team, club football, the University of Toledo's club football team. Come join the team and show your passion for football with little to no commitment and a schedule that works for you. The team could always use people to support the team, from playing on the field to people cheering in the stands. For more information, go to ToledoFootballClub.com. That's ToledoFootballClub.com for UT's club football team. Again, it is 6:47 in the morning here on WXUT. It's a beautiful 42 degrees outside and clear, expecting a high of around 65 today. No weather really to report any issues, and it looks like tomorrow will be the same. Looks like we could be getting some rain and showers over the weekend, so just be prepared for that. Taking a look again at what's going on here in the world tonight, the 2024 WNBA Finals kickoff. And according to NBC Sports, the matchup here is the New York Liberty versus the Minnesota Lynx. They were the 2 top seeds in the WNBA regular season, and they have advanced to face off in the WNBA Finals starting Thursday night. This is a final stacked with star power. They're 3 gold medalists from Paris Olympics in 2023. That tips off tonight at 8 o'clock, and I believe, let's see, where can we watch that? Looks like ESPN will be carrying that tonight. Again, tip-off is at 8 o'clock, the Lynx versus the Liberty in the finals for the 2024 WNBA season. So make sure you tune in to check that out. Another thing that's going on tonight in the news, let's take a look. I would love to know your thoughts on this. Tonight, Elon Musk is going to unveil the company's new driverless robotaxi. I love technology. I love that my car has assisted cruise control and lane departure, stuff like that. But I just like to be behind the wheel, and I like to know if I'm in a car with somebody that there's somebody behind the wheel making decisions. So, being Elon Musk the way that they are, according to TechCrunch, Tesla loves to put on a show, and Thursday's robotaxi reveal might just be the flashiest of them all. The electric vehicle maker is slated to unveil its much-hyped robotaxi vehicle at Warner Brothers Discovery's movie studio in Burbank. For those attending, not like any of us here in Toledo are attending, but doors open at 5 o'clock and their remarks begin at 7 o'clock. This is Pacific time. Tesla will also live stream the We Robot event on X, which Elon Musk owns. The automaker usually streams events live on its YouTube page, but hasn't yet said if it will do so for the robotaxi reveal. However, that might be a smart option considering the technical issues X's live streams have faced in the past. Musk first teased the robotaxi event in April, setting a date of August 8th for a reveal, but that got pushed back due to an important design change to the front of the taxi. The robotaxi appears to come at the expense of a next-generation 25,000 EV electric vehicle that Musk has also promised. A few weeks after Musk announced the robotaxi event, he slashed more than 10% of Tesla's workforce and said the automaker was going, quote, balls to the walls for autonomy. Musk has promised autonomous capabilities in Tesla vehicles for years. The company's advanced driver assistance system is rather brazenly named Full Self-Driving, FSD, even though it's not fully self-driving and requires a human being to pay attention and take over it if needed, a fact that is borne out again and again in drive-along videos that fans regularly post on social media. When Musk first floated the idea of robotaxis in 2019, the idea was that some existing Teslas would be able to act as autonomous robotaxis with only software updates, potentially unlocking an opportunity for Tesla owners to make money from their cars when they weren't driving them. How about that? My car's going off to work and I'm staying at home. That plan, which was supposed to result in millions of robo-taxis on the road by 2020, never been implemented. At the time, Musk said that in its place, said that in places where there weren't enough people to share the cars, Tesla would provide a dedicated fleet of robo-taxis. So, again, tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time, I think it's 10 o'clock here in the Toledo area, Elon Musk will be unveiling the robo-taxi. So that will be something interesting to check out. So let's get back to some music here before we get to the top of the hour. We are going to go back to some music that we've played in the past, but I just love the music. Let's find one here. We are going to go to the Stone Quillen Band next. If I can find it. And we're going to play a live version of a cover of Jimi Hendrix's Foxy Lady. The Stone Quillen Band is a three-piece band consisting of Stone Quillen, Dominic O'Korn, and a rotating bass player. But they play great original blues music. They're out of the Athens area, southeastern Ohio, Pomeroy, Ohio, and all the way down into the West Virginia, playing their brand of rock, of blues music. But here is Foxy Lady from Jimi Hendrix as covered by the Stone Quillen Band.
Foxy lady.
Listening to WXUT 88.3 FM, live, local, and loud with Kevin O'Korn. It is 6:59, coming up on 7 o'clock. We've got another hour of the show coming up for you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much.
Thank you.
One more time.
All right. So we will be back here in just a few minutes. You are listening to 88.3 WXUT, live, local, and loud with Kevin O'Korn.
My name is Stone Quill, and we are the Stone Quill Man. Thank you all so much.
On the universe. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXUT, broadcasting from Parks Tower on the University of Toledo campus.
Out of beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Crank it up and rip the knob off. You're listening to Live, Local, and Loud with Kevin O'Korn on 88.3 FM WXUT. Good morning, it's Kevin O'Korn. You're listening to Live, Local, and Loud here on 88.3 WXUT. We are into hour number 2 of show number 3, and it's getting a little bit smoother, but as you could tell by the, if you were just tuning in, we had a little bit of a technical glitch there getting into the top of the hour. But I want to welcome you back to the show. Again, we're kind of covering, been watching the updates on Hurricane Milton as it gets ready to move offshore from the east central Florida. Right now, it came on shore last night as a strong Category 3 and is currently still a Category 1 as it moves across the state. As of 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Milton had a maximum sustained winds of 85 miles per hour and was moving off Florida's east coast, according to the National Hurricane Center. Milton Center was some 10 miles northeast of Cape Canaveral. The storm picked up its speed and made its way across the peninsula and was moving northeast at a brisk 18-mile-per-hour clip, which is a lot faster than they had estimated originally. So that's actually kind of good news for people there in central Florida as the storm moves across, actually, all the way up through Jacksonville. I'm looking at the radar right now, and I mean, the rain bands go all the way up to the southern tip of Georgia right now, but the strongest is going through. As I said before, Milton made landfall at 8:30 last night. with maximum sustained winds of 120 miles per hour. So it was quite a wallop to the west coast, the Gulf Coast of Florida there. As I was watching some news coverage this morning, looking, the biggest impact is right now is around the Orlando area, Central Florida, Disney, that whole area. I mean, we were looking at power outages in the hundreds of thousands in each of the different areas. My old hometown of Deltona, Florida, it looked like there were close to 25,000 people without power this morning. And, that's in Orlando alone, it was just right around the 100,000 person mark. So a lot of people are waking up this morning in the dark, wondering what damage has been done to their homes, businesses, etc. So we are going to keep an eye on that throughout the day. Now, if you are interested in helping those affected by Hurricane Milton, several organizations are preparing to assist households hit by Milton. The FEMA has numerous disaster recovery centers throughout the state. The White House said on Wednesday that FEMA has 20 million meals, 40 million liters of water ready to deploy to address ongoing Helene and Milton response efforts. Information about how to access shelters and apply for assistance can be found at disasterassistance.gov. The American Red Cross is also collecting donations to provide shelter and supplies for those affected by Hurricane Milton. The Florida Disaster Fund has said it will distribute donations to service organizations to help people with disaster response and recovery. Collected donations will be used for those affected by Milton and Helene. So again, our prayers, thoughts and prayers go out to all of those dealing with the remnants of Hurricane Milton this morning, all of those rebuilding now from Hurricane Helene. It's been quite a couple weeks as far as hurricane season goes, with two massive storms that have affected the east coast of the United States here. In other news this morning, the Justice Department is proposing to break up Google and force it to sell parts of the business. This is according to 1440.com. The proposal, one of several recommendations submitted in a late Tuesday court filing, comes after a judge this summer found Google holds a monopoly on online search and text advertising. The judge in the case is expected to decide on the final slate of remedies by next August, with Google likely being required to stop paying device makers, including Apple, over $20 billion annually to set its search engine as its default. In the event of a breakup, Google warns services will be disrupted for billions of users. Analysts have likened the ruling to a 1999 antitrust case where software giant Microsoft, the last U.S. company to be split up by an antitrust ruling, actually, the last U.S. company to be split up by an antitrust ruling was AT&T back in 1982. The ruling on Google's monopoly in search is distinct from separate DOJ antitrust suits over its ad business. Closing arguments for the trial are expected to happen in November. So it is 7:05 in the morning here in Toledo, and let's pick a topic here this morning to talk about. I would like to talk about favorite movies that you could watch over and over again. Is there a series of movies? Is there a movie in general that no matter what happens, if it comes on TV, you're going to stop what you're doing and watch it? You know, for those of us who still watch live television every once in a while, and you come across those shows when you're flipping through the dial, what are those movies that just make you stop? The reason I thought about this is because I've been watching the new show on Paramount Plus, Tulsa King. It's actually not new. It's in its second season. But it stars Sylvester Stallone. And Sylvester Stallone is one of those people that is in movies that no matter what happens, if they're on, I'm going to stop and watch them, particularly the Rocky movies. Almost all of them. You know, I will stop, sit, and watch them again and feel the same excitement I did when I watched them originally. One of my favorite memories as a kid growing up is my parents taking me to see the movie Rocky II. I had seen Rocky on the Saturday, back in the day on ABC Saturday nights. They had the Saturday night movie. and they played Rocky, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Watching the left-handed underdog taking on the world champion, just kind of that the David versus Goliath story. And they took me to go see Rocky 2 in the movie theaters, and it was so intense to me. I was pretty young at the time. I had a box of popcorn, and I'm watching the movie, and I was so into the movie that I finished my popcorn, and I actually started eating the box. My mom looked over at me at the end of the movie, and I'd eaten half the box, not half the popcorn, all of the popcorn, and half of the box. So yeah, I was kind of a weird kid. What can I say about that? It's 7:08, and it's time to do some weather and traffic together here on WXUT.
Live, local, and loud weather and traffic together on WXUT 88.3 FM.
All right, looking out on the roads right now, doing a quick update from OGO. Taking a look on the roads, not seeing any incidents or any dangerous slowdowns or backups on any of the major roadways. Do have construction scattered throughout the area, and the Delaware Creek Culvert is closed for construction in both directions. State Route 65 between Five Points Road and Roachton Road is closed in both directions. 528 between I-75 and State Route 25, Dixie Highway, closed for construction in both directions. Those are just a couple of things going on around the area. But as you head out on the roads this morning, should not have any issues getting to work, school, or play, whatever you're doing. And as far as weather goes, it is absolutely gorgeous out there. Taking an updated look at the weather right now, it is currently, the temperature's dropped off a little bit. It's 39 degrees. We are under 40 degrees this morning. At 39 degrees, fair, clear, absolutely gorgeous. Humidity is about 95%. Winds are calm. And the weather forecast for today, sunny with a high near 64. Calm winds coming from the northeast around 5 miles per hour this afternoon. So, we are going through multiple seasons here during the day in the early fall here. So you wake up, you're probably going to need a jacket heading out the door. But by midday, take that jacket off, go out and enjoy some sunshine, and get on with your day. Let's get back to some music here. We are going to grab another new artist that we've not played here on Live, Local, and Loud yet, but can't say that after this. We are going to go to let's see. We're going to listen to Destiny Sailors. She's going to do, or she goes by Destiny J. Let's find a song here. We'll play a song called Diamonds and Dollars. You're listening to WXUT 88.3 FM.
Craving for more desires, gon' eat at your soul. Them liars gon' tell you it's hope. Dollars and diamonds and dough. Constantly craving for more desires, gon' eat at your soul. Liars gon' tell you it's hope. So tell me now if you really feeling worthy, and tell me how your hands are never dirty. Yo, I get it now, guess your vision is blurry, cause you can't see the truth when it's early. I'm in a hurry, I'm in a rage and a fury, and for my life I'm the
All right, not sure what happened there. It's not going to let me play that. All right, well, let's scroll down through the list here. Let's find another song for us to play. We are going to go to, well, we're going to play one that we've played before. This is a song by Greg Griffin called All of Us. 88.3 WXUT FM, live, local, and loud with Kevin O'Quarn.
Okay, forest animals, kids are coming to the forest, and it's up to us to make their visit a good one. Sparrow, have you practiced the most popular bird songs for the year?
Of course.
Catchy. I like it. River, how's the temperature?
It's a refreshing 52 degrees, man.
I love it. Turtle.
He's not here yet, man.
He's late every morning. Okay. Squirrel.
The forest has been preparing just for you. To learn more about cool things to do in the forest, visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Do you want to rock out? Then tune in to 88.3 WXUT-FM on Thursday nights from 10 to midnight. And get ready to jam out to classic rock from the vinyl to cassette era. Grab your air guitar, throw up your fists, and turn up that FM dial, because we're going to take off on Flying with the Ace.
All right, you're listening to Live, Local, and Loud with Kevin O'Corn right here on WXUT 88.3 FM in Toledo. It's 7:17 in the morning, and we have been talking a little bit about everything today. Our listener lines are open. If you'd like to call in and talk about your favorite movies, call me at 419-530-4455. We'll talk about that. But right now, it is time for Weather and Traffic together on the 8s here on WXUT.
And traffic together on WXUT 88.3 FM.
And again, it is an absolutely gorgeous start to the morning. We'll start off with weather. It's 39 degrees currently here in Toledo. Fair skies. Absolutely pretty, just gorgeous this morning. 95% humidity, calm winds. And today we're expecting a high of 64 and sunny. Overnight tonight, mostly clear, low of 43. Friday, high of 77, low of 55, and a chance of rain Friday night going in through the weekend. And checking on the roads again right now, we are not seeing any major disruptions on the freeways, side streets, no backups to talk about right now. So we are looking really good out there this morning. We will keep you updated if anything happens with that. We're going to get back to some music here right now. We're going to play another song from one of our local artists. This is, again, we played earlier this morning, Nowhere, Ohio from Lame Ass Dads. This is a new song we're debuting this morning called My Favorite Boys from Lame Ass Dads on 88.3 WXUT.
But you made me feel alive. All the fear
despite all this talk of impending doom. So show a little mercy on me before the stars in the sky start falling. Every sinner drops to their knees if you threaten their reality. And you're all I know, you're all I see, darling. Won't you return to me? Oh, darling, don't you turn away. The world isn't gonna end today. Oh, darling, don't you wait and see. Can't you see this isn't make-believe? And now it's gonna be the one for you. But I was born beneath the wheel and rendered to. Now I'm waiting on your second coming. Every minute grows grimmer as the clock is running. But I could wait forever here, anticipating you to reappear. 'Cause you're all I know, you're all I see, darling. Won't you return to me? And if it's gonna take a little time, oh, darling, won't you ease my Oh, darling, we got time. I don't care if the stars align. You say words come down. Let the seven angel trumpets sound. The mic is a deaf to the tongue. As far as I can tell, we are on our own. I've been wrong before, so if you see that light surrounding your door, maybe there's hope for you, yeah. And maybe I'll be left alone as you take flight and leave. Darling, won't you return to me? Darling, won't you return
It's not unusual to have fun with anyone, but when I see you hanging about with anyone, it's not unusual to see me cry. I wanna die. It's not unusual to go out at any time, but when I see you out and about, it's such a crime. If you should ever wanna be loved by anyone, it's not unusual, it happens every day. No matter what you say, you'll find it happens all the time. Love will never do what you want to. Why can't this crazy love be more? It's not unusual to be mad with anyone. It's not unusual to be sad with anyone. But if I ever find that you've changed at any time, it's not unusual to find that I'm in love with you. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Get more out of the University of Toledo's college radio.
You are now at your home away from home.
88.3 is streaming 24/7 online at WXUT.com. Keep in touch with all of your favorite shows that our station has to offer. Only at WXUT.com. 88.3 FM, Toledo's only alternative.
Crank it up and rip the knob off. You're listening to Live, Local, and Loud with Kevin O'Korn on 88.3 FM, WXUT. Welcome back to Live, Local, and Loud. This is Kevin O'Korn coming to you live from the University of Toledo WXUT radio studios here on the campus of the University of Toledo on a gorgeous Tuesday morning, October 10th. Now, the last song that we played, that was just kind of a personal thing for me. I've always talked about on the last couple shows that, from the time I was a little kid to now, I've always dreamed of being a radio disc jockey. And Tom Jones was one of those people that I was spinning on my little Fisher-Price record player when I was a little kid on my radio station, KAPT, Kids Are People Too. I know it's silly, but that's where dreams start, and now I'm getting to live the dream being on the air with you guys on Thursday mornings from 6 to 8 a.m. here on WXUT. So, again, we are coming to you live this morning, as we do every Thursday morning now from 6 to 8. Our listener lines are open, 419-530-4455. That's 419-510-4455. If you want to call in and talk, we'd love to hear from you this morning, see what's on your mind, what you got going on for the day. And I was talking earlier about movies that we just stopped to watch. And one of those movie series that I'm absolutely enamored with is the Rocky series of movies. Sylvester Stallone, love him or hate him, the guy has found an approach to making movies that absolutely brings the crowds in. He knows his lane. He stays in it. Unfortunately, he's had a couple of those miscues, and they're good movies, but they're not movies that drew the mass public to him. But the Rocky movies, for me, are something that I can sit and watch and get my heart rate up, feel the same passion I felt the first time I watched it as opposed to the 30th time I've watched it. I was really excited when the Rocky Balboa movie came out several years ago to kind of put a nice bow tie on the end of the Rocky era of fighting before moving into the Creed era of movies. There are just so many memorable lines from those movies, just talking about being the underdog and never giving up. It's not how many times you get hit and fall down. It's how many times you get back up and keep moving forward. Those are things that I kind of try to live my life through. One of the things that we've talked about on shows before is the fact that, I had a weight issue for years, from graduating high school through college, getting married and all of that. I went from being this 148-pound kid to being somebody who ballooned up to close to 400 pounds. And, all the while fighting that, trying to keep my weight down. I finally stumbled upon stuff that works and was able to get back down to my ideal weight for where I am now. I mean, it's been a 4-year process. Back during the days of COVID in August of 2020, I was sitting on the couch. I weighed 375 pounds at the time, and it hurt to get off the couch. It was hard to get off the couch. And I sat and I thought to myself, if you don't do something with your life, Kevin, you're going to die. That's how dire it felt to me. I was just in constant pain and just, it just wasn't I wasn't the person that I wanted to be. And I'll tell you what, there's really no secret to losing weight. It really has to be a mindset that this is a lifestyle change. I don't care how many diets you do. I don't care how many supplements you take. You have to have a lifestyle change. And that for me was the biggest thing that happened with me. I started working with a doctor in August of 2020 and got myself onto a very strict keto diet. So I, limited my carb intake, high protein, really led a very strict diet of keto for about the first year of my journey. And I started walking. People don't think about walking as being that strenuous or that beneficial, but I'll tell you what, I actually started walking quite by accident. I was going out to take the trash out one Thursday morning, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to go walk down the street and back and see how it feels. And so that first day, I walked about a mile, and I didn't die. I felt pretty good about it. And from that point, I started walking 5 to 7 days a week and slowly built up from doing a mile to 1.5 miles, 2 miles, 3 miles. At the peak of my walking, I actually, on the weekends, will get up and sometimes go out and walk 10 miles. And, they say get those 10,000 steps in. I absolutely credit my Apple Watch for, kind of making my life into a video game where I'm constantly trying to close my circles each and every day. And that really helps me. It helps keep me accountable that I'm trying to hit those 10,000 steps, trying to close all those circles each day. But I just continued to eat right. I continued to walk. My doctor also helped me out with some medication to help with cravings and stuff like that. But, medicine alone wasn't going to do it for me. I had to put in the legwork, and I had to make sure that I was eating what I was supposed to eat and walking when I was supposed to walk. So I got 2 years into this program, and I'd lost a little bit over 100 pounds. And from that point, I still was what they consider morbidly obese. Losing 100 pounds and still being morbidly obese is kind of a terrifying spot to be in. But, because of all of the walking I was doing, I started having injuries, and I had an Achilles tendon that almost tore, and I rolled my ankle and sprained my ankle. And I had some setbacks over these last 4 years. But that didn't deter me. I still was determined to try to get the weight off. And I'm very open and honest about what I've done with my program. I actually did have bariatric surgery in July of last year. Insurance covered it. My doctor and I talked about it and considered it. And she said I was a perfect candidate for it because I knew what my lifestyle had to be. And I'd already changed my lifestyle enough that it would be effective for me. So I went into surgery last July 7th and had the surgery. And I just want to say, for anybody out there who says that bariatric surgery is a shortcut or the easy way out to lose weight, that is definitely not the case, because I had already made a lifestyle change, but I had to make a second lifestyle change to adapt to the fact that 2/3 of my stomach had been removed. And that was a huge, huge undertaking. So having to learn how to eat not only once, but now twice was a huge thing. And once I was able to get past the weakness of surgery and getting those pounds starting to come off, I got back out to walking again. And, to this day, I still try to get out at least 3 days a week and walk 3 to 4 miles at least 2 of those days, and try to walk at least 6 to 7 miles on the other day. And that has been life-changing for me. So if anybody's going through the struggle of weight loss or wondering what they can do, definitely would love to hear from you and talk about your struggles and your successes. And, it's a team effort. I started my own Instagram page dedicated to my weight loss journey called Watch Kevin Shrink on Instagram. That's another way to help keep myself accountable, taking daily pictures to see the changes, posting my walks, talking about my walks, talking about the positives, the negatives, and getting feedback from my followers has been one of the greatest motivators that I can think of. So, if you are out there struggling with the weight loss journey, trying to get yourself to a point where you want to be in your life, that's definitely something I would love to talk to you about. Our listener lines are open at 419-530-4455. And right now it is 7:39. We're going to hit traffic and weather together.
Live, local, and loud, weather and traffic together on WXUT 88.3 FM.
And like I said, we're doing weather and traffic together here on WXUT, live, local, and loud. As of right now, looking at OGO throughout the area, the Department of Transportation is not showing any slowdowns on 475, 75, on the Turnpike, 25. Everything looks like it's moving smoothly and clear right now. There are no travel delays, no weather hazards, because it's obviously a very gorgeous morning out there. And as far as weather goes today, right now, we are looking at 38 degrees. It keeps dropping before the sun comes up. We're going to see that temperature drop a little bit more, but we're at 38 right now. Going to go up to a high of 64 today with sunny skies, light breeze, mostly clear overnight, 43 degrees. Friday, 77 and sunny. Low of 55 Friday night, and a chance of showers throughout the weekend. And we're going to get back to the music here in just a minute. I'm going to play another song. I know we're live, local, and loud, playing local music that, you guys can go out and see at the bars here in town. But there are just some songs that are absolutely just crucial to my walking playlist. One of those, as we were talking about earlier, movies, the Rocky movies, this song is on my playlist, and when it comes up, there's guaranteed to be I'm going to step up. I'm going to pick up the pace and keep moving. This is the Rocky theme song, Gonna Fly Now, as performed by Maynard Ferguson and his band. you scared to go back to school because of the fears of being too late? Do you feel like you should be back at school, but you could never find the right time in your life? Most of the time, it's because people question if they would be able to afford the cost of education. Here at the University of Toledo, we welcome all students back, no matter what the situation may be. We want financial issues to be the last of your concerns by offering a wide variety of scholarships that can help aid your future career journey. You can check out our scholarships online right now at utoledo.edu or come schedule a tour of campus today. Welcome back to Live, Local, and Loud. This is Kevin O'Korn. You are listening to WXUT 88.3 FM right here in beautiful Toledo, Ohio. It is 7:46 in the morning, and we are closing in on the top of the hour and closing in on the end of show number 3. And I would like to invite local music acts to reach out to me. If you go to my Facebook page, the Live, Local, and Loud 88.3 WXUT on Facebook, search Live, Local, and Loud, and it'll pop up. On there is a form to actually go and reserve a time to come in and actually be on the show. We'd love to have you come in and sit in and talk with us for the morning and play some songs. Due to space limitations, I'm looking for acoustic sets. So if you can bring in a guitar or a keyboard, we can accommodate you and play anywhere from 1 to 3 songs throughout the morning and just sit and enjoy the morning with us, talking about your band, where we can see you play, stuff like that. Totally open to local bands here in the area. Our last show, we had Nini Lakados come in, and she's a student here at the university and also a musician, played some original songs and some cover songs. So whether you're doing originals or covers, it doesn't matter. We want to have you on the air. We want to make sure that your name is getting out there. Your songs are getting played on the airway. So please check out my Facebook page, Live, Local, and Loud, 88.3 WXUT. And look for the sign-up sheet, and we will get you on the air. Also, on that page, we will be posting the music that we played today from local artists, so you can check that out there as well. And right now, it's 7:48. We'll do weather and traffic again right now to make sure that you know what's going on when you hit the road and are out there in the world today.
Live, Local, and Loud, weather and traffic together on WXUT 88.3 FM.
All right, at 7:48 this morning, it is still 38 degrees, fair skies out there. We're looking at a high of 64 today, low of 43, sunny throughout the day. Sunday, high of 77 and a low of 55. Rain chances move in Friday night, and it looks like throughout the weekend, we've got a fair chance of showers throughout the entire weekend. Looking at Monday, a little bit of a temperature drop, high of only 55. On the roads right now, not reporting any accidents or slowdowns on any of the major roadways here in Toledo, so you should have smooth sailing going into work. If you see a traffic accident or any incidents and you want to report that, give me a call, 419-530-4455, and we'll let the people know what's going on out on the roads today. So we are coming up on 7:50. And we are going to get back to some music, going to do a little mix of both local music and some of my favorites before we head out for the day. But we are going to start right now with a song that is another one of those songs on my workout list by a band called Cake. It's called The Distance. To. Let's scroll through the list here. So we're not going to play The Distance. Let's play another one of those songs that gets me going. 25 or 64. This is by Chicago.
Waiting for the break of day.
listening to Live, Local, and Loud with Kevin O'Korn on 88.3 WXUT at 7:58. We are coming up on the top of the hour and the close of another episode of Live, Local, and Loud. I want to thank everybody for joining me this morning, whether you're listening over the air or on our live stream at WXUT.com. I want to encourage local bands to get in touch with me. Reach out to me through my Facebook page, Live, Local, and Loud, 88.3 WXUT. And let me know what you're playing and where you're playing here in the area. We will make sure we get your music on the air. And if you'd like to come in and be a guest here in the studio, we'd love to have you come in some morning and play some music for us. What will be happening at the top of the